What I really love about AIESEC, and I'm always impressed by the professionalism. The venue looks great, the speakers are great, you have a very good logistics around it. So I'm always impressed by the professionalism.
Great. So I've just delivered a session on leadership to a group of aspiring leaders. And in the room, we had people who are currently leading a committee or a project, and we had some aspiring leaders as well. So the session was about getting them, it was really thought-provoking, because it was getting them to think about what are their core values and what does their leadership style look like. So the group, I think, worked really, really well. There was a lot of individual tasks that they had to perform. And they came up with some amazing ideas and amazing statements about what they thought leadership style. And I can remember one very distinctly, and that was, the motto was, "Impossible is nothing." And as we went through and we asked people to share them, it was very uplifting. So we've been talking about Nelson Mandela, we've been talking about Martin Luther King. So personally, I felt it was quite uplifting. There was moments of silence, but that was where there was a lot of reflection going on. So I enjoyed it, and I hope they did too.
We're actually partnering with AIESEC for a Changemaker program, where we bring in AIESECers from abroad to Singapore for internships with startups. So we have been working with AIESECers for quite some time. We find them very responsible and really enthusiastic and passionate about what all of you are doing. Yeah, very passionate.
I think it's a really great exposure for students because a lot of schools have actually blind spots. It's not just any particular school, but most schools have blind spots. And it's particularly because of this academic silo they have been growing up in. And they don't get in touch with the real world out there, the business world out there. A lot of professors even have trouble bringing ideas they developed in the lab out onto the marketplace, because that is the 90% of the equation. So a lot of students actually think that it's really easy once you have a good idea and you've got the science behind it and the technology behind it, that you can bring these ideas onto the marketplace. That is not true, because that's just 10% of the equation. The other 90% is actually knowing people out there, having connections, knowing how to sell your ideas and market it. A lot of youth nowadays just don't have that kind of exposure, except through internships. So I think conferences like these, like Y2B, Youth to Businesses, these kind of forums where they actually have real world exposure, I think it's really, really good. It sets them in the right direction, right from a very young age. Yeah.
I think it's very youth culture, which is quite good because that makes everybody feel younger. It's also driven a lot by students themselves. So I met a few people there who were both students as well as presidents or vice presidents of various chapters. So what that does in reality is it makes it more participative. So yeah, good, well done.
I feel it was really great to start off the day with speakers from companies to come down. I think that really set an expectation that we should have throughout the day, and then having the different workshops. I think that was really good and engaging as well. For my second workshop with Microsoft, we had to move around and most importantly interact with people. So I think that was important, we don't stay in our own comfort zone. Actually, we move around and get to hear ideas from other people as well.
Yeah, they actually managed to sustain our focus throughout, because it's not just a lecture style, it's really an in-depth conversation. And there are a lot of ideas being thrown around, and that's what really captivated my attention. Because I couldn't afford to just blank out and miss out an important idea coming from another side of the world.
Definitely, I think Y2B is very relevant to youth, but because it actually leverages on very different platforms, not only on leadership, because everyone is just honing on the fact that leadership is very, very important, but Y2B also actually makes people, like I said, step out of their comfort zone, and it's just not only about business, it's about leadership, and also a whole learning things about yourself that you've never learned before, or about other people, about different cultures as well. So I feel that it is a very good platform to start with. Yeah.
It's really encouraging to see that the youths are so interested in sustainability, because that's the only way to go. We can't be dependent on the past generation to be constantly pushing that agenda. So we need the youth as well to take the agenda further. And innovation ties in quite nicely with sustainability as well. Sustainability obviously is not just about innovation, but innovation will be very much a part of it. And if they're able to drive that further to bring on great new ideas, new innovations, better way of doing things that are greener or more sustainable for the environment as well as for everyone else, that's obviously a good thing for all of us.
I think seize every opportunity that you can have. But I mean, for me personally, I don't believe in the word luck. What I believe is really about being passionate and work hard about your passion. And when the moments are there, you have to seize it. So it's really about opportunities come and you're ready to seize it anytime. And that's, I think, what would make you successful. So you cannot just sit there, opportunity would come, then you're not prepared to take it, then it won't turn into a success. So I think that's,